Real estate investing, even on a very small scale, remains a tried and true means of building an individual's cash flow and wealth. That's solid insight from author and businessman Robert Kiyosaki. Well, you can start on your journey of building wealth through real estate investing by owning your own home. And helping you do just that and so much more is Nagaraj Anaya, your trusted Bay Area realtor and the founder of nagarajhomes.com. Namaskar, Bay Area. It's Vijay Lakshmi here again with Real Estate Roundup, our weekly conversations that keep you updated and up to date with all things real estate. So you know everything you need to know to tap into the wealth and abundance that real estate affords. If you've dabbled in real estate or have been hesitant to do it for whatever reason, we'd love to hear from you on your experience. Call us right now to share your thoughts, questions, concerns about everything to do with real estate. And the number to do that, 408-912-5038. 408-912-5038. And with that, keep your questions, calls coming in while I welcome Nagraj. Hello, Nagraj. Happy Sunday.
Hello, Vijay Lakshmi. Happy Sunday. It's hot weather today.
Yes, hot and happening like the real estate market.
Yeah, always it's like the weather is like more of an unpredictable in the Bay Area market, right?
Yeah, very true, very true.
Yeah, I remember the last summer when I was doing this show, right? Like I was
Mm.
saying, hey, it is more of a seller's market now. Come on, like it's
Mm.
changing every day. Now it's nothing like that. Like it's more of a buyer's market, but that's not true always in all the markets.
Yes, and to your point, latest report from Zillow says that Bay Area home values declined because the real estate market has cooled due to rising mortgage prices. And in fact, the Bay Area is seeing the largest monthly drop anywhere in the country. And this is for July. So South Bay fell almost 4.5% and East Bay 2.8%. So are you seeing that as well?
Let's see. I think it's definitely towards a buyer's market.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it comes down to which area are you going to buy for. Okay. But now, as being a buyer, you have more inventory to shop around, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
when you have more list of homes to buy, you can pick the best home.
Yeah.
Correct. So, for example, yesterday we had been to one of the open house in Saratoga. So, in that, like, there was a lot of people came in for a almost close to a 2.8 million listing.
Uh-huh.
Okay, if the market was doing good, that home used to sell for 3.5. Doing good means in a more of a seller's perspective.
Yeah.
Correct.
Mm.
If it's being a buyer's market, now it is 2.8 million in Saratoga.
Mm.
You are getting a full crowd of open house.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
That's a
that
steal
was
in Saratoga, looks like.
right. It's a steal, right? Like that is also even a 1,800 square feet.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mm.
and it is like 3,500 square feet lot.
Mm-hmm.
Correct, because the same home for the comparable 1 month back, July end closing, it
Yeah.
sold like 3.6 million,
Mm-hmm.
right? 2,000 square feet and close to 12,000 or 10,000 square feet lot. It sold for 3.5 million.
Right.
Now
Oh.
you're like, it's a steal, as you said, for
Mm.
2.8 million. But for the 2.8 million, is it affordable for everybody? That's what it is, right?
That is the question.
And thing is like, it's a smaller home, like 1,800. Are you going to pay for 2.8? But the people are there to buy for it.
Mm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're
Okay.
buyers at every
This,
level. Mm-hmm.
I think report is tricky always. As I tell them, don't read too much into it. Okay.
Yeah.
It finally comes down to what you need.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I
Right?
agree with you. Yeah.
I don't go fully. See, when they write a report, they do it generalized. Like basically, they take all the San Francisco, San Jose, everything they
Yeah.
take into a list.
Yeah.
Are they going to basically, when they prepare a report, are they like basically classifying like, yes, when was the house built? How is the
Yeah.
house condition?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Very
Correct?
true.
Is it like from the last 3 4 months, houses never got sold? No, houses are getting sold. As a
Yeah.
buyer, don't get panicked. Like houses are getting sold, it is not get nobody is buying the house. Houses are buy The people are there
Selling.
to buy the house,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
It's only thing is like you are thinking like it will drop. what, like from last six, the report was from last 4 5 months. We are saying its market is going to crash. Did the market fully crash?
No.
No,
Mm,
right? Nobody can't write it. Like
yeah.
basically, when is the market going to crash, or when is the market going to? It is like you should think like when you buy a house, if you're going to stay for 3 to 4 years or 5 years, you are going to make the money out of that. If
Mm-hmm.
you're going to buy now, today you're going to sell, don't think about it.
Yes, so it all depends on what you decide when you feel the time is right. So don't go by reports. And again, if you have questions, where to buy, whether this is a good time to buy for you, give us a call right now. Nagraj is here to handhold you through all of those questions, all of those situations, because real estate, like he said, can be tricky. The number in the studio is 408-912-5038. 408-912-5038 to talk about anything that's on your mind with regard to buying, selling, investing, and including financing and refinancing your home, because Nagraj also is a licensed mortgage broker and he can guide you through that aspect as well. So seeing how the mortgage market is going haywire these days, if you want to talk to that, we're available to do that as well. So again, keep your questions coming in 8912-5038. And that's a great point, Nagraj, like you
Yeah.
mentioned. Don't
See,
go by
see, let
reports.
me.
It's like I always feel that for the movies also, people put so much emphasis on critic reviews, but ultimately it's what you like. And
Yeah, it's like, see, the stats, when they prepare the stats, are they going to prepare the state stats based on your needs? No, they're generalizing the stats.
mm-hmm.
Correct?
Yes, yeah.
Yes, yes. As I said in the report, yeah, prices have gone down. But is that kind of homes? Do you go to? Do you like it? Right?
Yeah.
For example, you want to 2,500 square feet in a
Mm.
Fremont, okay, for 1.5 million. Are you still getting that kind of a homes in Fremont? No.
Mm-hmm.
2,500 square feet. You're going to get it around 1,500 to 2,000 square footage, right?
Yeah.
Are you going to get a home with a completely upgraded, remodeled?
Mm.
No. In a top schools,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
correct?
Yeah.
Whenever your needs are there, right, you're paying for your needs,
Mm. Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
The needs, the list what we prepare, like I need a top-notch schools, I
Yeah.
need it in the South Bay, I need it in Cupertino, right? Wherever the top, your list you are going to prepare based on that. Yeah.
That.
As
Mm.
for a buyer, it's a good time to shop around
Yeah.
because you no need to pay crazy prices around right now. Means
Mm-hmm.
not like, see, one of the home in like Evergreen, like there was like listed from last 45 days,
Mm.
and we needed, my client wanted to tour that home, and Nagaraj, let's go on the weekend. Okay, it's like I pushed for let's go on the weekday. No,
Mm-hmm.
by the time we wait for Sunday, yesterday's
It's gone.
it's gone. That house is like 2.5 million house listed.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's just a 2.5 million, close to 2,500 square feet, 10,000 square foot lot, a top
Oh.
notch schools,
Mm-hmm.
right? In the same, in the other time, it is like it used to go for 2.8 and 2.9,
9.
or sorry,
Mm-hmm.
2 point close to 2.8. But we thought like another 3 4 days it might drop. No,
Yeah.
people are there
Mm-hmm.
to go buy for it.
Yes, yes. So that's right. The ground realities may be very different from what the reports project. So if you have been sort of sitting watching the world go by and really being very over cautious on what you want to do in real estate, you have the subject matter expert on air with us. That's Nagraj Annaya. Give us a call. The studio lines are open, and the number to do that 408-912-5038. 408-912-5038 for anything on your mind, which area you want to get, what is the kind of affordability or down payment that you need, all of those questions, whether you need to sell first before buying another house, or buy first before you sell. There's so many things that come to mind. So if you have any of those questions, give us a call on this. Yes, Nagraj, go ahead.
See,
Mm-hmm.
like as the requirements I was listing out, right? So
Yeah.
my other client wants to buy a house in Lathrop, River Islands. Okay,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
he said, Nagraj, I'm going to buy a house, a new construction coming up, a new construction. The new constructions homes are available in next April or like somewhere in the like March time frame. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
when you're looking for a buying a new construction, right, you need to think about two things, right? Like one is like if you go with the lender approved mortgage, right? Like or
Uh-huh.
lenders. So like means builder approved lenders, right? Like builder
Mm-hmm.
approved lenders, you can go with them. They give you up to 12 months of locking period. Like for example, it doesn't expire. You can lock now, but you can buy the house within next 12 months. Like you can
Oh,
wait for the house to complete it
I
built,
see.
right?
Uh-huh.
So but only thing catches, right? Like see, for example, right on market prices, interest rates are close to 4%.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but if you're going with the builders, lenders, right, it is close to a 4.65 to 4.85. So you're
Mm-hmm.
paying high right now. Okay, so but if you lock it right now in the March time frame, if the rates are going to change, you are okay. But if
Yeah.
for some reasons, if the market falls down, right, it
Mm.
is like it comes, you can lock it for the lower with the different lenders.
I see.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
okay. So you should be looking for that kind. It finally comes down to you. Like if you're going in the new construction, are you okay to wait for 6, 7 months? But for me, instead of going for, because in the new constructions, you don't have a room for negotiations. Correct.
Hmm.
But if you're going to buy the 1 year or a 2 year old property, right, you have a lot of room for negotiations in this market.
So why don't you have a room for negotiation in the new property?
Because builders can wait for some time. It is not immediate for them to sell.
Mm.
Correct. It is going to be a house itself is will be built next year. They can wait for some time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They don't,
Okay.
they're not in a hurry to sell.
Hurry to sell it, like right, because it's going to. They can wait for 6 more months because they can wait for the house to complete.
Okay. Right.
Okay,
Got it.
but in the same case, if the seller is in like in hurry, right, like he wants to get out of that house because he has other commitments, you can go and negotiate it in there.
Mm-hmm. Right. Okay. So
It
chances are
comes,
better.
yeah, but if you're thinking, no, I need only a new construction, I'm okay to wait. Yeah, you can go and book for it like new constructions. But new constructions booking can be tricky. You need an agent for negotiations in there.
Mm.
Earlier, it was not used to be that case.
I see.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
now in the new constructions, also, if you can get a right bias agent, right, you can go and negotiate it.
Mm.
You alone can't negotiate with the new constructions.
Okay. You have to have an agent. Uh-huh.
Yes, they because they can negotiate a behalf of for you, and
You.
they can get you a better price. Don't go with like discounts out of it. Always
Mm.
see what you can get a mileage out of it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right.
Okay, there are a lot of as a new buyers, right? Like you have a lot of questions on the new constructions, or it can be, is it a right fit for you?
Yes. Mm-hmm. So many things to consider, actually. I never
Yes, so
thought of
many
it for a new
eh, eh,
construction
new
versus.
constructions also. It is not like you just go blindly sign it.
Yeah. Mm.
Right, you should be having an agent who can help you out. Like, is it a better to go with an builder certified lenders, or like if you can shop around,
Yeah.
right? Because when you see that new construction, they say like, hey, 15,000 discounts you will get it when you go with
Mm-hmm.
my lender. But did
Right.
you check what would be their closing cost? Did you
Mm-hmm.
compare with what is your interest rate with other lenders?
Yes, yes, yes. Wow, interesting conversation. And, I'm sure folks are listening to this. And if they want to get in on this conversation, you can do that right now. Give us a call. 408-912-5038 is the number. 408-912-5038. And if you've just joined us, I'm Vijay Lakshmi talking to Nagraj and Anaya, your trusted Bay Area realtor who brings his experience to the market, Bay Area market. He's your advocate there for all things real estate, whether that's buying or selling, whether that's new construction or old, and he makes technology work for you. Of course, you want to check out his website, nagarajhomes.com. That's Nagaraj homes.com. You can browse exclusive lists there. There's a whole wealth of information, of blogs, of podcasts, of newsletters, mortgage calculator. And there's also, if you're looking to sell, there is an instant report that you can generate right there on the website nagrajhomes.com, which compares other homes in that vicinity that you are looking at, or you're living and you want to sell. You can get an instant quote there. And of course, he's also on social media on YouTube. Handle is Nagaraj Anaya, and gives very topical, relevant information every week. So you want to check that out before you venture into the market. And again, give us a call. 408-912-5038 is the number in the studios. But if you want to reach him offline after the show anytime, that's 408-805-4653. 408-805-4653 or nagarajhomes.com. And yes, Nagaraj, such relevant information to
True. I
consider,
think, see,
right?
one more thing is, right, like, see, a lot of younger crowd right now buying a new constructions, right? When they're
Mm,
buying a house, there are a lot of people to throw out an information for you. But what
yeah.
is relevant to you,
Mm,
correct?
correct.
So that's what you need to be looking for, not because when you talk to the few folks around, they might be giving a random information which might be not useful for you.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. But depending on your family needs and depending on your needs, you can go for it. For example, see one of my clients, hey Nagaraj, I want to buy a house, and he almost about to sign south-facing home in a Lathrop
Mm,
or a yes, in Lathrop. So he was when he's about to sign, the friends are there to influence him. Don't go for a south-facing. But
mm,
for him, his family is a south-facing is okay, where he can negotiate better price for that.
yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I understand each things are different and each personal each family needs are different. So based on the other influences, right? Like when you back out, you might be put north to a south facing.
Mm.
Difficult. Basically, you will be paying an 100K more. Okay.
Uh-huh. Okay.
But only thing is like in the appraisal, they don't check is in a south facing or a north facing home.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
So, but only for your needs, it changes. Yeah, that's true. We can go for it, but don't get it influenced from the others. For your needs, it's okay. It's okay. We can go ahead and buy it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. I think this market is or like this. That's where the realtor plays a key role for you.
Yes.
Who can tell you what information you. So as a realtor, when I'm working with any of my clients, right?
Mm-hmm.
I give them the all the pro and cons of the property.
Yeah.
Okay. Based on their needs, they can select what is important for them and they can go for it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You can fully understand the situation and
Yeah.
you
So
put that out
see,
for
it's a
them.
realtor is not the one time like for 15 days or a 1 month you're done. It's
Mm-hmm.
not like that. In the future, you will get a lot of questions out of this. So one of
Mm-hmm.
the closings we did it in Lathrop, there was an issue with the solar. I think I had discussed earlier also. So
Uh-huh.
what happened with that property is like most of the times when you close the transactions, right, escrow would be transferring the solar to the buyer.
Uh-huh.
But
Okay.
what happened to in this case, right? The solar was tied along with the personal loan or like towards the seller. So the escrow didn't care about transferring the solar.
Oh, okay. Wow. Mm-hmm.
Okay, they let the buyer because both of the adults like buyer and the seller they can go and negotiate and they let them to basically they thought it's an easy transfer.
Mm.
Right. So in this case, what happened is like when the seller and buyer reached out to a Tesla solar company, right? They said you can't transfer this right now. The buyer wants to buy. They're suggesting there are only two ways to out. The seller
Mm-hmm.
needs to buy out the solar,
Oh, seller. Okay, seller needs to buy out. Mm-hmm.
buy out, and then only give to a buyer. But the seller says it's not my problem because he says in the addendum it's clearly mentioned the buyer needs to own the Tesla, buy the Tesla solar. So how do you
Oh,
how do you, this is like basically comes down to legal issues right now,
yes, 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 yes. Mm-hmm. So how was it
right?
resolved?
So the negotiations are still happening. It is not this case is right. It is now it is gone to a tassel like where you need to negotiate now,
Hmm.
right? You need to educate both of the parties around.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
so there's so many things comes around, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
you need
Specialist.
a
Yeah,
specialist
yeah,
to
yeah.
help you out on this. For example, they need a legal consulting, right? We need to
Mm,
help them out on that.
correct. Mm.
It is this deal was closed what 4 months back. We're
Uh-huh.
still working on this. Some of the things happens like this. Okay,
Wow.
some of the transactions are easier.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
some of the transactions are you need in a if even if it happens right, like you come back with as a first time home buyer, you have a lot of questions.
Mm-hmm.
right? So then you need an agent who can help you out or a guide you. Okay, hey, like yeah, I had to face the same kind of things. How do you deal with it,
Mm. Yes. Yeah.
right? That's why I was keep telling you, don't think about agents as a discount points. Don't think about that. What you think about, what the value addition you can bring into the table,
Mm.
right?
Yes.
It's a long-term relationship. You are going to stay in a Bay Area for a few years, and you are not going to end up with only one house. You will need to be upgrading to fewer houses more.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Starter
Uh,
house and then upgrade
yeah,
it.
depends
Mm.
on the family needs. Comes down to it,
Yeah.
right? Like yeah, as a bachelor or just started a life, new family, you can just go with the three-bedroom or smaller homes. But once
Yes.
the family size grows in, like needs changes, and you need to be shifting to a bigger house.
Correct. Correct. So it evolves through the whole life cycle. The homes
Yes,
also evolve. Yeah.
yeah.
Mm. Very true. So yeah, why would you not look at your realtor as a friend, philosopher, guide there for you to handhold you through issues big and small, and these are very very relevant, critical issues. You go to specialists for other things. Why wouldn't you go to the biggest investment that you make in your lifetime, which is a home, right? So you
True.
have to choose the best realtor who is your advocate in every situation, and really fights for you through it all. So that is
Yeah.
very yes.
So finally, you need to check what is the value he brings in for
Yeah.
you,
Mm-hmm.
right? It is not about finally what is the discounts you get it, because anyhow you are not paying to the buyer agent. The seller
Yeah.
is paying to the buyer agent,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes.
You are getting a free consultation. Use it fully for to extent who can basically educate in all the process.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. So you have to remember that value add, and of course, whoever you go, make that right decision of who's going to be, there for you. And Nagraj, of course, is very, very popular in the market, in the Bay Area market. He really brings his experience to bear. And Nagraj, we're almost at the end of time. But I want to let folks know that if they want to reach you, all they have to do is to go on to nagarajhomes.com, and they can also call you at 408-805-4653, 408-805-4653. And of course, your handle on YouTube, Nagraj Anaya, is where to get all of the hot trending happening things you need to know in the Bay Area market minute to minute. It's right there on YouTube as well, along with the website, which has podcast newsletters and all of that. Yes, Nagraj, any closing thoughts?
No, that's it. Like basically, see, it's all started with the Zillow, right? Like
Mm.
Zillow stats, right? I
Yeah.
think that's what the stats don't care about the stats. Just care about
Hmm.
what is your needs for now.
Yes, yes. Seize the
Okay,
moment. Yeah.
seize
Mm-hmm.
the moment and leave the moment right now.
Yeah.
It's really helpful for them.
Thank you so much, Nagraj. Look forward to talking to you next week as well. And this is Vijay Lakshmi for Real Estate Roundup. Namaskar.
Namaskar.